Welcome to another episode of Chow's Rambling with Insights. Today, I first want to do a quick update that, my 10,000 Hours of Play second book Kickstarter has concluded. We had, I think, around close to 1,000 people pledge, and we raised around a little over $80,000, I believe, which is pretty good because our goal was 15,000, and so we surpassed our goal by quite a lot. I think maybe it could have been even better because just the time was launching. I was on my trip in Ukraine talking about to the government how to rebuild Ukraine after the war, etc. But I think it's definitely fine. And in a week and a half, I'm going to be in the U.S. doing a lot of book signing operations. Hey, if you're in Southern California, you're in LA, around that zone, I'm gonna be in Jurupa Valley, which is really east, like closer to Riverside. But if you're in that area and you want to help me with my operations, spend time with me, let me know, and that could actually be very, very helpful. So I'm gonna have to be processing like hundreds and hundreds of books, signing them, and all that stuff. So but I think that would be fun and interesting. But today, the topic that I want to talk about, the insights on top of the rambling, is I started making a spreadsheet about first to myself, because in the 10,000 Hours of Play 6 steps, right? There's, choosing the game you're playing your life. There's knowing your attributes. There is identifying and selecting your role. And then there's enhancing your skills. There's building alliances, and then it's achieving your quests. And so for my own self-reflection, like my attributes and my skills and my role, as well as alliances, I started doing this exercise where I put myself and a lot of people on a spreadsheet with 5 columns. And the first column is, proven to be good at. The second one is likely good at, but unproven. The third one, it used to be, we're not sure if the person's good at it, but at least it's very, very important. But now I changed it to that's column 4. The third column is not up to that person's highest quality, but we know is okay at it. Okay, if the person's working on this side, it's not crazy. But the fourth one is we don't know if the person's good at, but it's pretty important that they are good at it. The fifth one is we either don't know if they're good at it, or if we think they're likely not good at it, or they're proven to be bad at it, right? Before I had that'd be 2 columns, but now I've grouped them into one, because I think, practically speaking, if you know someone's likely not good at something and they're proven to be bad at something, you would treat them the same way. And the reason why I create these columns is that for myself, I just want to be very realistic of because there's a lot of people with success in their lives, right? And they have done something really, really well, and that success has helped them build up many other things. But then they could be confused because they're so confident that they're good at a lot of other things that are unrelated. So, for instance, if there is a book author that wrote a very popular book on how to do sales, right? I would only put in the proven to be good at section that they are proven to be good at writing and selling, creating a very successful book, right? Are they good at sales? That would be in the second column, right? They're most likely good at sales, but it's unproven because I don't know what they actually sold, right? When I say sales, I'm like closing deals and whatnot, not putting it on Amazon and selling books, right? Now, because that's they're proven at selling books, they're not proven at actually closing deals. Now, if in the book or in their profession, I see that there's a lot of examples where they were closing a lot of big deals, right? They closed $1 million contracts. Then yes, then they are moved to the first column. They also are proven to be good at sales. And I think that differentiation is very important. Like, you could have a person who is a great consultant, right? A great designer, and they've built up a great they've helped many, many companies do something, and they build up a great consulting business, but they're not, and they think, yeah, I'm great at building business because I help companies, I advise companies to build great businesses, and I have a good consulting business, so I'm good at running a software business, but they're not proven, right? If they've not built a software business themselves, then they're not proven to be good at that, because maybe they're successful, they're good at speaking, they're good at advising, but in terms of the operation, maybe they execute too slowly. Maybe they're bad at getting rid of people that are weaker, right? And so they're not proven. So I look at myself and it's like I've done a lot of things quite well, but there are things that I kept thinking that, okay, I would be good at it, I should be good at it, but I've never been proven to be good at that. So for instance, I am proven in being able to create a good brand and brand name. Like, I'm well known in many spaces. If you go to ChatGPT, ask who's the #1 gamification guru in the world, ChatGPT will either just say my name or my name on top of a few other people's names. And so I'm good at building a brand. That's proven, right? For search engine optimization, I spent a year doing some good work and I was able to climb on the top. So I was proven to be good at that. But there are things like ads, right? Creating effective funnels. I'm supposed to be good at it because the Octalis framework is all about that, right? And I'm good at the Octalis framework. And I've advised companies to improve on the funnel. And I think if I actually work on things myself and focus on it, I can do well. I've never really created a funnel that I think is great. I usually have other people on my team do it. So I'm unproven on that side, okay? So this whole thing, and you want to do that for people you work with too. Like, everyone, when they first show up to me, they said, hey, I can do this, right? None of that is proven, right? Unless they show me something in the past that they are proven to be good at doing something, which is unlikely. Most of the time, they're just most likely good at it, but not proven yet. It's just based on how they pitch themselves, right? And only when they start doing things like, all right, they're actually proven to do this. And you want to put people on activities they're proven to be good at. I think that's pretty intuitive. And if they're just most likely good at it, you don't want to place all your bets on them yet, unless they are proven, right? And there are things that, like I said, they're already doing something, so therefore they're in column 4, which is, we don't know if they're good at it yet, but it's important that they're good at it. You want to find out as quickly as possible where they are. Are they likely bad or proven to be good? So it's just a very useful way to be really real on the people you're working with. So I recommend doing that for yourself, to create those columns to see what you're actually proven to be good at in your history. And then there are things that you're confident about, but really you haven't proven that you're good at it. And even like, for instance, let's say I make videos, right? And like, oh, when people watch my videos, like, wow, Yukai, these videos are so good, so engaging, you love it. But let's say my video's never gone viral before. I've never gotten a video to drive like 100,000 views, outside of my TEDx talk maybe, or build that channel. Doesn't matter how many compliments I get, I'm not proven to create viral videos that can grow a channel, etc. I think if I concentrate on it, if that was my main focus, I believe I could do really well on it. But again, just theory, right? Just based on optimism and confidence. And this is what I really want to communicate here. I'll probably make another video about the 3 types of experts that I observed when I go to conferences, and I'll quickly throw it here. One are people who are just hands-on. They created results that everyone can see in the world. Number 2 are those who were part of the team that created the results that other people see in the world. And the third one are the people who were not part of the team. They just write about what other experts have done in the world that were successful. And like, even the third type, they get a lot of conference speeches and whatnot. So it's important to differentiate. Anyway, that's all for today's Chow's Rambling with Insights. I will see you guys next time.